Hallo und willkommen zurück zu Folge 10 von If My Heart Had Wings. In der letzten Folge sind Aoi und Anshan zusammen essen gegangen, dabei sind sie auf AGH und ihre kleine Schwester Hotaru getroffen, die sie begleitet haben. Hinterher ist Aoi spazieren gegangen und hat dabei das Mädchen wieder getroffen, das er zuvor schon im Supermarkt gesehen hat, wo sie für 100 Euro Rindfleisch für Curry eingekauft hat. Sie hat ihn allerdings nicht erkannt. Als er zum Dorm zurückkehrte, wartete schon Kotori auf ihn, um zusammen mit ihm das Abendessen für die Border vorzubereiten. Und wir setzen am nächsten Morgen wieder ein. Oh, Amane-senpai was inspecting the parts I had showed closely from every angle. She let out a sigh of admiration. Are these okay? Yes, there's no doubt about it. Oh, thank you. She suddenly hugged me. Again! What is this? What's going on? Thank you, thank you. Amane-senpai pressed and rubbed her forehead against my cheek. Ouch. Hey, it hurts, senpai. I'm not good at expressing my thanks. That's because I'm stupid. It hurts, but it feels nice. Because she was hugging me tightly just like her forehead, her ample chest was also pressed against me. On top of being beautiful, senpai had a good figure too. Her breasts were bigger than they looked. Whether I liked it or not, I was made to experience it firsthand. Okay. How indecent. What's with that expression? He is thinking of something dirty. Hey you there, don't just make up whatever. It was lunchtime, by the way. I came to the garage with the parts I got from Anshan, and now, slightly bewildered, I was in the middle of her unexpectedly warm welcome. I came here with Habane-san, and Ageha tagged along for some reason. Now I was feeling the pain of their stares. Thank you, thank you, thank you. After I tore myself apart from senpai, which felt like getting away from a playful big dog, I finally gave her the parts. Please, go ahead and use them. Thank you, but you sure got them quickly. My friend works in a workshop that deals with manufacturing and processing special parts. When it comes to such things, he should be able to make almost anything. As for these parts, it seems that Anshan examined the blueprint and made identical copies. Woohoo, let's install them right away. Amane-senpai took the parts and walked towards the glider. That surprised me. Amane-senpai is pretty bold, isn't she? She hugged him the other day too, and this guy sure looked delighted. As I thought, Aoi is a typical guy. Don't say things like that about me. Anyway, why did you come with us? Me? I wanted to see what this thing with Amane-senpai is all about. Besides, it seemed like fun. Habane-san was frowning for a while. She might have been annoyed because someone else found out about a secret place. Amane-senpai, like a kid who just got a toy for her birthday, had immediately started installing the parts. Looks like they were a part of a meter that was in the cockpit. She was diligently disassembling mechanical parts inside of it. So this is a glider. Ageha went beside senpai and watched her work. It doesn't have an engine, does it? How does it fly? It glides on the wind. But it has to take off first, right? Yes, there are several methods for doing that. But in this case, a winch is used to fly it like a kite. Something this big? Yeah. Ageha stared at the aircraft in disbelief. Habane-san and I were tirelessly looking at the sleek aircraft, as if appreciating a work of art. Immersed in installing the parts, Amane-senpai seemed to have already forgotten about our existence. It was like when I came here for the first time, when I met senpai. I will fly again. I will fly to the sky that Izuka spoke of. What's the matter? No, nothing.
失礼します。
失礼します. Excuse me. A female student who looked like an upper-class man came into the garage.
望月先輩はいらっしゃいますか?
Is Mochizuki-senpai here? When I tilted my head wondering who could that be, Akeha whispered to me. That's the Vice President of the Student Council, Kumoi Akari-san. Vice President of the Student Council? What on earth did she want? If you're looking for Amane-senpai. At that moment her head was completely buried inside the cockpit. As the Vice President saw that, she briskly approached the cockpit and peered inside.
Mochizuki-senpai?
Mochizuki-senpai? Ja, wollte ich vielleicht aufmachen.
Quick save. 完了しました。
Quick save. 完了しました。Wo ist Hikari? Akari. Akari, nicht Hikari. Right. Akari ist aber auch... Heißt das nicht britisch dasselbe? Mochizuki-senpai. She called out in a louder voice, and Senpai finally turned to face her. Hi, Vice President. A familiar greeting would suggest that they were quite close, but the Vice President didn't seem that way at all. She kept her firm attitude and asked, What have you done about the matter we have been talking about? Well, the truth is I still haven't found anyone. So those people aren't with you? They aren't. They just came to deliver some parts. Amane-senpai answered downheartedly. The Vice President let out a little sigh. I've told you before, if you don't find additional members for the club, it will have its status revoked. Huh? What did she just say? They continued their conversation, leaving us dumbfounded bystanders alone. But Vice President... The teachers recognize that this is a special case, but it sets a bad example for the other circles that have a low number of members. If this isn't properly organized as a club at once, revoking its status will be unavoidable. Amane-senpai looked down, greatly perplexed. For some reason, seeing her like that made my chest hurt. It's fine, what's the big deal? Suddenly Habane-san cut into the conversation. You must be Habane Kotori-san, right? The fact that the Vice President knew who she was made her flinch lightly, but Habane-san continued speaking nonetheless. I mean, the teacher said it's fine, didn't they? In that case, you have nothing to complain about. Moreover, Amane-senpai is special, isn't she? She's repeating the same year, or rather, she's in the school to do that. Everyone knows this. I thought I saw veins appear on the Vice President's forehead as the two of them ranted at her. For the teachers to interfere in matters pertaining to club activities is a clear infringement on the autonomy of the Student Council. That is exactly the case in this situation. She approached one step without hesitation, while Habane-san and Ageha took one back. There are many circles that want to become clubs, but can't. They don't receive a budget, and there are cases where they don't even meet the requirements to be given a clubhouse. Yesterday, the Taiko Drum Study Society applied for a place to practice, but that had to be rejected. When that happened, do you know what they said? How would we know that? The Soaring Club, which has one member, has a big garage to use. Why isn't there a single place where we can practice? Don't you think this was an extremely fair complaint? Oh, I think it was. Nevertheless, the ones who had their application rejected obviously won't consent to that, will they? However, this garage has been used by the Soaring Club a long time, since before we were even born. This isn't something that can be ignored. Perhaps that's also the reason why teachers recognize this as a special case. We in the Student Council respect this fact as well. Evicting Mochizuki-senpai for the sake of some non-serious circle that won't have any satisfactory achievements isn't our intention. That is why... Vice President rapidly turned around, away from Habane-san and Ageha, and faced Amane-senpai, who was listening nervously. We requested you to take immediate action. If it's about results of the club's activities, a few days ago, the test flight, didn't that take place during lessons? That's outrageous. On the contrary, you should consider that another reason to revoke this club status. Amane-senpai staggered back from that blow. Well, I guess she has a point, doesn't she? When Habane-san and I saw the glider flying from the Windmill Hill, it was during school hours. Do you understand? In order to be recognized as a club, you need at least 4 people. You have to find the remaining 3 members. Amane-senpai looked down with a serious expression. But I'm doing this all for myself, so... In that case, it cannot be recognized as a club. Hey. I'll join. quickly raised my hand and everyone simultaneously looked at me. You're the boy who transferred here recently. Minase Aoi-kun, right? The vice president looked at me as if she was evaluating me. I'll tell you in advance, ghost members are no good. I know. That's why I came here today. I've decided this morning. No, actually, I've already made up my mind yesterday. I still didn't know much about gliders though. I just thought it would be interesting. Just imagining getting on it and flying through the air made me excited. If Amane-senpai will allow me to join, that is. Yeah, if you want to join, I wouldn't really mind. However, I'm doing all of this just for myself, you know? I still don't know much about gliders or about you, Amane-senpai. But if that's what you want to do, then I'd like to help you. I stated my reasons. The vice president still didn't look convinced though. I wonder if she saw me as some transfer student who barged in suddenly without even understanding the situation and tried to act like an ally of justice. I can't really deny that this may be partially true. Well then, I'll join too. Ageha raised her hand in a really casual manner. Even under everyone's looks, Ageha remained aloof. Is it fine that I will be a member of the robotics club at the same time, senpai? Yeah, I don't mind. Ageha, you too? Well, it looks like fun. One person left. Everyone's eyes naturally turned towards Habane-san. What? Habane-san turned her wheelchair sideways to avoid everyone's glances. I'm not joining. When Habane-san said that, Vice President made a relieved yet slightly disappointed face. You still need one more person. There's no way it can be recognized as a club as things stand now. If decided that it can't be allowed, what will happen? First, you will have to vacate this garage. Amane-senpai made a really troubled face. Well, of course she did. If there's nowhere to keep this giant glider, then club activities cannot continue. Ageha and I will try to find one more person. Could you wait until then? Very well. I will wait until Friday. If you can't put your club in order by then, it will be demoted to a circle. You will no longer be allowed to use the garage. Is this clear? Amane-senpai nodded in agreement without much confidence, and the vice president left the garage. Habane-san, you're not in any clubs, are you? Can we just have your name? Only until we find someone else. I refuse. Habane-san bluntly refused and left the garage alone. So it's no use. We have to do something about it ourselves. Say, you guys... Sorry, senpai. We went ahead and joined the argument without your permission. No, you saved me. If it weren't for you, the club would have been revoked already. But is it really alright with you? I plan to do that from the start. Me too. I'm interested in this in more ways than one. Leave gathering members to us. Amane-senpai, gather some materials concerning club activities that Vice President will acknowledge. I'll do it. Is this alright with you? What is? Today is the first time you've been in the garage, right? Even so, you've suddenly become a member. But it sure looks like fun, doesn't it? And you're here too. Oh, you... This thing can fly, right? It's impossible not to be excited. True. I raised my voice without thinking. I was happy that Ageha felt the same way. Well, in my case, I'm more interested in making it fly than getting in and flying it myself. I want to try to fly it. And also, didn't she stay in school all this time and repeated the same year over and over again to do this? So they say. Amane-senpai doesn't even attend class. She always stays in the garage. I don't know if that's true or not, but what I do know is that she's taking this very seriously. There's no way I'll let it all end for some stupid reason like insufficient number of members. First, we have to find the remaining member. Let's try asking that guy. Intermission! Ja, hier sind wir an der Stelle angekommen, wo ich in der ursprünglichen Aufnahme gemerkt habe, dass ich nicht aufgenommen habe und dann richtig aufgenommen habe. Das war allerdings bevor ich gemerkt habe noch, dass der Retranslation Patch nicht da ist. Das heißt, der Teil, der jetzt kommt erstmal noch, ist wieder anders. Ich entschuldige mich für die multiplen Immersion Breaks, es tut mir sehr leid. Eine Stunde Material hiervon noch und danach kommt wieder der Teil, wo der Retranslation Patch schon installiert ist. idol? What's that? Sounds kinda interesting. Doesn't it? So do you want to join the club? Well, I have my part-time job. Also, if I get too friendly with you, Eddie-chan will get jealous. So I have to give it a miss. You'll figure something out. It's fine. She'll never know. Yes, she will. Eddie-chan has friends in this school. So you shouldn't really speak to me. You've been like this ever since you got a girlfriend. We're childhood friends, aren't we? What happened to our friendship? I'm busy with the band, so there's no way. We're playing a gig soon, so now we're rehearsing. You're so cold-hearted. Why don't you ask him? Oh, I mean, I can't ask him. He's already a member. What? So you guys are hanging out again? What? Is there something wrong with that? I want you to come with us too, you know? Who'd want to hang out with him? Ooh, gross. Don't spit. Damn it, Marbo, you're such a pain in the butt. Hey, Agea. Yeah? I don't know, this time, give it your best shot. Huh? What are you talking about? Jeez, just get out of here, will you? Go on, shoot. You idiot, Marbo. It was no use. So it was my fault after all. No, he's busy with his girlfriend, his part-time job, and his band. He's really making the most of being a teenager. In the past, we used to hang out all the time. What are you talking about? If Marbo treated us like we were more important to him than his girlfriend, what do you think would happen? I'm gonna give him the Cobra twist, until he cries. So there's nothing we can do about it. Next is... Oh, that's right. Hotaru comes here, doesn't she? Die Geräusche, die diese Türen machen, einfach klingen so Sci-Fi-mäßig. Went to the first grade classroom. When students from the upper grades come to visit, there's a strange air of tension in the classroom. Ich kann mir echt so das soziale Gefüge an japanischen Highschools nicht vorstellen. Dass die da alle... Ah, ja, nee. Weird. What's up, AGH? Aoi? Oh. Pff. Wow, eine School-Uniform. Krass. What is it? Well, this is the first time I've seen you in your uniform. It suits you. When I met her yesterday, she was wearing her own clothes. You kind of look more grown up. I only said it to tease her, but she went red, like she was on fire or something, and got really flustered. Oh, don't say that, Aoi. I don't look grown up. Oh. Hey, Aoi, don't tease the juniors. I'm kind of teasing her, but actually I mean what I say. That's even worse. Hageha looks cuter, doesn't she? Huh? Me? Yeah. See, Aoi, the uniform suits her better than me. Oh, hardly. Marbo said that I'm a boy on the inside. But her appearance has gotten much cuter, don't you think? When Hotaru looks at me with those innocent sparkling eyes, I cannot tell a lie. Well, yeah, I do think she's gotten cuter. Aoi! It's a little much. I eat an elbow to the ribs. Ouch. Thanks. I think that you've gotten a lot cooler. I think you've gotten a lot cooler too, Aoi. Schlägt ihn aber Oh. She said the same thing for the second time, this time in the first grade classroom, so of course I feel embarrassed. The reason why I'm looking down is because my ribs hurt though. Anyway, that's not what we came here to talk about. Ageha, continuing with the momentum from before, talks to Hotaru about how we are looking for members for the Soaring Club. Ageha, you and I are in the same club? Yes, we are. That's why I wondered if you might like to join too. Well... Glare. Hotaru glances at me. No, I'd rather not. Why not? I have to help out at home. Yes, but you only need to help out on Sundays. But from now on... She seems kind of wavering, yet firm in her reply. Maybe there's a reason for it. Okay, we get it, Hotaru. But if you're interested, come anytime. Okay. It's finished. Ist sie wie brauner geworden? Hatte sie nicht irgendwie so mega bleiche Haut vorher? That's over wegen dem Lighting here. Kotori brings over the cucumber that she had crushed into about the right size, using a wooden pestle. Is it really okay to do it like this? Yeah, that way it absorbs the flavor a lot better. We're going to marinate the cucumber. It absorbs the flavor a lot more easily if it is crushed than if it is chopped with a knife. Is there anything else left to do? I think that's it. Right, I'm off. Hey. What? We still can't find anyone who wants to join the club. We tried all the people we could think of. I see. You seem even more interested in it than we are, don't you? The time on Windmill Hill, when first we saw the glider flying. The time she wandered into the garage and saw the real thing up close. The time we made the paper airplanes and flew them together. Her eyes were always shining like a child's. I can't forget the expression on Kotori's face. She's usually so sulky or looking as though she's bored, but maybe that's what a true expression really is, I thought to myself. If I joined the club, I'd just cause problems. What do you mean? No, you wouldn't. To be perfectly honest, it would be great if she would just join the club. But I'll soon be... She stops mid-sentence and moves her wheelchair along. Hey, can I ask you a question? No. Why do you want to drop out? I said don't ask me. Huh? Kotori looks as though she's realized something. It was you after all. You picked up my withdrawal notice. Withdrawal notice? What's that? Does it taste good? Can we have it with tonight's dinner? I play dumb without hesitation. You idiot. You moron. You big meanie. I hope you get stuck in a ditch and die. With a barrage of parting shots, Kotori hurried away.